Hey Wargamers, welcome back. Death from Above Wargaming. I'm Aaron.
I'm Tom.
And we are here with a 7,500 point BattleTech battle report. So today we're doing a recon mission. Tom and I did a little rolling off camera. He won. He wanted to be the attacker. He picked the recon mission. He picked the mechs. I picked second. So we're ready to go. So in the recon mission, this is pretty fun. So basically, as a defender, I will set up 3 objectives within 18 inches of my home edge. They have to be 6 inches away from
So they're all at 6 inches, obviously.
Right. They're all as far back as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And they have to be 12 inches apart. So you kind of have to space them out a little bit. Gives you a little room to play.
Yeah.
Now, Tom secretly writes down which one of the 3 objectives is his target of interest. So he has 9 turns to get to the objective. If 9 turns expire, at that point you would have to tell me. But then, if you haven't inspected the critical objective, you automatically lose the game. And then if it gets to 16 turns and you haven't gotten off your table edge, you automatically lose because my reinforcements come and they put your dropships under fire. So they're just like,
They're gonna leave us.
I'm out. You know,
sorry, buddy.
They don't. We learned that in Mech Warrior 2 Mercenaries.
And also Platoon.
And Platoon. So let's talk about the forces. So 7,500 points buys us a full lance. You want to kick it off?
Yeah, sure. I got the Jack formation.
Ooh.
Jenner, Archer, Catapult.
Yeah, I like that. I like that acronym.
Jack. Yeah. Trademarked.
Yeah,
so I thought it was a good balance between fast mechs and sort of longer range, heavier mechs. So it should be. I should have some good tactical, ability to keep fire, keep your guys under pressure.
Right.
It'd be good. And I think I selected my Archer to be my captain.
Yeah.
Right. So he's got a slightly better piloting skill, 1-4, versus the 2-4 and 2-5
for the Jenner and the.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
an Archer with a 1 gunner is going to be very scary. That's a lot of LRMs coming in.
Unkillable.
Well, right, and it's so much armor; they're very difficult to kill. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting.
What about you? What did you pick to defend?
So I picked the 5th Atrean Knights are defending. I have a ZEUS. So that is a 6T3 ZEUS. This is minor customization to the 6T. I love the ZEUS. Yeah. So your standard PPC, LRM-15, large laser. And the customization is flipping that rear-mounted medium laser forward. I like to bring all of his firepower there. Pilot's choice, love it. The second mech that I have is an Orion, and this is an ON1R. This is another customized variant. It's somewhere in between your standard Orion and the VA variant. So
it's got that. Fought an Orion?
I don't know, but they're beastly. Something like 14 tons of armor.
Cool mech too.
Very cool. Another one of my favorites. And it just basically sacrifices a little bit of ammunition, downgrades the LRM-15 to an LRM-10, and moves that into heat sinks. Makes the mech a little more heat efficient, especially at close range when it's
fire
rolling.
All day.
Yes. Got my other favorite, the Centurion, CN9A. This thing is prone to ammo explosions all day. But I think you'll have potentially bigger fish to fry, so hopefully he'll be there for some anti-Jenner duty, get out there on the flank, rain some AC-10 and LRM-10 down in there. And then lastly, I have a highly modified Clint. So this is like my flanking sniper variant. We downgrade the AC-5 to an AC-2, upgrade a medium laser to a large laser.
Okay.
It's a 6.9, so he can move.
Heat inefficient large laser, huh?
Yeah, it's not great. He's got 11 heat sinks, so he can get pretty toasty. Why'd you go large? Well, I needed something that could punch pretty hard because the AC-2 is sort of a joke.
Yeah, against the Jenner, that'll hurt.
Yeah, but even 2 points of damage can hurt. Against light mechs in general, being able to engage at 32 inches at that extreme range mark, out on a flank, I feel like that could be good. And also when I'm chasing you down, when mechs are running away with critical recon data on their camera, I need to be able to shoot you for as long as possible. So we're going to see what happens. I want to try to just clear out whatever I can, hoping that I don't, suffer from long range LRM death before I can inflict any damage. But we'll see.
And I didn't mention, but my guys are the Capellan Chargers, right?
Yes.
So you got a little feud action going on.
Little feud right on the border, and you'll see in the mission summary what planet it's on. Temperate climate, time of day is day.
It was about 20
20 degrees Celsius. That's a nice...
That's a nice balmy
Beautiful.
Is balmy the right word, I think?
Sounds like it to
20
me.
degrees, yeah.
All right, well, we got the battle grid over there. We're getting ready.
I can't stop looking at it. I'm excited.
We're so excited. So stay tuned. That's coming right up. All right, so we are deployed. So the 5th Atrean Knights deployed here along the edge. We have the Orion out on the flank just to cover these bottom 2 objectives. So we have one here in the forest at that bunker. We have one down here at this little pumping station. And then our other objective is up here by the radar dish there. Tom, what do you got going on?
I got the tip of the spear. I put the faster mechs on the flanks and my heavy hitters right smack down the center.
Yes, they're going to have nice line of sight, firing up that hill. It's going to be pretty interesting. We'll see how this game goes. All right, so what do you think about a little turn 1 initiative? Are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, let's do it. I am off to a terrible start. So Tom using the purple and blue dice for initiative,
8.
and I am using the black and red and the purple, the colors of the Atrean Knights. All right, so
I should have.
Should color coordinated?
Black, yeah, I'm going to switch these up.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. It's happening. So Tom, you won the initiative. That means I will be moving first. The ZEUS just moved forward. Centurion up next to him, hoping to get some shots down in the middle of the valley there. The Orion is moving up on that flank around the outside of the forest. The Clint is hoping to sneak some AC2 shots downrange at the Jenner. Tom, what's going on your side?
Yeah, I just pushed my heavies right up the center, and the Jenners are kind of flanking around. We just got to get up the hill. You know, that's the hard part.
Is it? Or are you tricking me? Which objective do you really want?
I do not control reality. The hill will be difficult to get up.
All right, well, we'll see what's coming up. Shooting is next. All right, so mostly uneventful shooting phase. That Clint has a nice shot down at that Jenner there, right up there on the right-hand side, depending on your perspective, the one that's up on the hill. So I'm going to need 11s to hit. It's an extreme range shot. The Jenner was really moving quick. Oh, so close. Not really. All right, moving on. How about we just roll up some initiative right now?
Yeah, sure.
And then we can move on to turn 2.
Ooh.
All right, get a 9. You got an 8. Close. All right, so you will have to take the first move, sir. All right, here we are, turn 2 movement. Tom?
Yeah, so I lost initiative and moved first. So basically, again, I continued my move up the mountain with my heavies, and then I broke off the Jenner to get a different angle on the uphill. And then, again, the Jenner also
I don't believe you. I believe that Jenner might be going for that objective. And I am, in fact, moving that Orion to intercept, so you can see that Orion just moved over there. He's not getting fooled. He's going to stay on his man. The ZEUS and the Centurion just walked very carefully up.
Are we in man coverage?
We are in, well, yeah, this is man defense right now. No zone. And so I'm trying to keep out of LRM range for as long as I can. This Clint just kind of took some cover here behind the building, hoping that maybe I can get some fire down on that Jenner there as well to support the Orion. All right, we're back in the shooting phase, and so the Capellan Chargers are going to be firing down. We've got 70 LRMs coming in at that ZEUS. That is unsportsmanlike. All right, so what are we starting with? The Archer or the Catapult?
We'll
Archer?
start with the Archer, yeah.
El Capitan?
Yep. So Captain's going to get it going. It's a 7.
He needs 7s, that 1 gunnery skill, and the ZEUS did not move. No cover. Here we go. All right, so one of those LRM-20s hit, rolling up for clusters. All right. And we got 3s or better. Ugh, that is still 15 salvos. Let's see where they land.
Splashy.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of leg, a little bit of arm, a little bit of CT. Nothing too killer. All right, so now we got that catapult. Tom, what do you need?
I need 8s with the catapult.
All right, so twin LRM-15s firing in.
Got it.
Everything hits. That's 30 LRM. So roll those up 3 at a time.
Yep.
Perfect. Here we go. First group. Oh, no. So minimum damage. So 2 clusters will hit on that one. And then, so that's another 12 LRMs in total.
Yeah.
All right, so let's roll up location on that. You know, I want to use maybe a small die to represent the 2-point cluster. Like one of the small SRM die over there. Yeah. All right, let's see where they land. Oh, floating critical! Oh, Lord. All right, well, let's roll up, see where that floating critical hits. Otherwise, right torso, right arm. Here it comes. Oh, this could be bad. We're going to do it on camera. Roll to confirm the critical hit. Is it going to happen? 2 critical hits on the head. Roll them up. So re-roll one of them. A 2 and a 1. Thankfully, not a cockpit shot, but that is life support and sensors. That is going to be problematic for this poor ZEUS. All right, so depression has set in. My all the points I paid on that ZEUS for that 1 gunnery skill washed away by that sensor hit. But let's see if I can reap some retribution here. So we're going to start with the Orion.
Blow my Jenner up.
I'm hoping. So that Orion's got an AC-10, an LRM-10. Remember, this is customized here. Firing across at that Jenner. So I need 8s and 9s. Here we go. And absolutely nothing. All right, so next up, we're going to move over here to the Centurion. Centurion needs a 9, firing an LRM-10 down on that Jenner. Here we go. Nothing. This is a poor showing for the Atrean Knights here. And then lastly, the ZEUS firing across at that Jenner there needs 7s to hit. This is his last shot before the sensor damage kicks in. Can I make something of it? This is not going well. All right, so turn 2 damage recap. That ZEUS got absolutely lit up. Took a floating critical to the head that knocked out life support and sensors. That's going to be a +2 penalty to gunnery for the rest of the game, and also took some damage across that center, right torso, right arm, and right leg. All right, so side note, ZEUS also had to take a piloting check and a consciousness check. Both of those things passed. Here we go. My string of continues.
Mine wasn't much better.
So
5.
That's all right though. Get them out of the way now.
Yeah.
It's all part of the plan. So moving on to movement. So I got to move first. All right. So here we are, turn 3 after movement. Lots going on here. So the Atrean Knights lost initiative. They had to move first. So the Clint skittered out from behind cover, looking for shots on that Jenner. The Centurion moved up hopefully to kind of distract some of the fire away from that ZEUS who just got pounded last turn. ZEUS moving into the forest right on the edge there, so he can claim the cover bonus at least. Hopefully not hampering his fire though. Might be looking down at those heavies. And of course the Orion just slowly moving ahead, keeping that Jenner at bay, away from this backfield objective. Tom, what do you got going on with your force?
Yeah, so similar to last time. I mean, these heavies are slow. I just got to keep moving them up the grades. I flanked the Jenner over. And then this Jenner had a really bad matchup with the Orion, and I basically couldn't get him up the hill, so I pulled him back.
Yep, just shot him out there out of the side.
Yep, just kind of keep him off to the
couple
side.
of hard 90-degree turns there.
Yeah, wasted some movement, but it's okay.
Yeah, no, all right, cool. Well, so next we got some shooting up. I got some options. We'll see. Maybe I'll roll a little better this time. All right, turn 3 shooting. So the Atrean Knights are going to unleash a barrage from their firing line here. Starting with that Clint. He's got an AC-2, medium laser, and a large laser going at that Jenner. The Centurion's going to alpha strike also at that Jenner. The ZEUS firing across does have clear line of sight down to that Jenner as well. Legs are a little bit in cover, but not enough to provide anything meaningful. And then this Orion, of course, staying on his man down there. Tom, what do you got shooting?
Focus firing straight down the center.
That Centurion?
Yeah, Centurion's going to take some LRM 20, LRM 15s, and a couple medium lasers.
All right, and then that Jenner, he's not doing anything over there?
No, he's out of range.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll start shooting here. So I've got my Clint, and I need 7s, 8s, and 9s on the AC-2, large laser and medium laser, respectively. Let's see what I can get here.
Ooh.
All right, so these miss, these hit. What do we got for location? All right, so looks like CT and left arm, nothing too crazy. All right, so now that Centurion shooting down at that Jenner. So he needs 2, 4, 7s. He's going to need 7s, 8s, and 9s, respectively. Okay, here we go. Just a medium laser hits. Right arm. All right, now that ZEUS, hoping to get a payday here. It does have that sensor hit. So he needs 8s and 9s, 8s on the LRM 15, 9s on the PPC. Here we go. Boom. All right, sweet retribution, rolling up clusters, need 3s.
Pretty significant cover, right?
All right, so we check cover, so the legs are in fact covered. So we're going to roll for location here. So we have with the PPC, 2 LRM clusters, here we go. All right, so any hit to the leg, such as this one, is immediately discarded. It looks like it's going to be another shot to the right arm for 5, and then the PPC to the right torso. All right, so here we are. Last, the Orion. ZEUS got some retribution on that Jenner. Orion's firing the LRM-10 and the AC-10 down at this Jenner. We'll see what we can do here. We need 7s and 8s. So 7s on the LRM, 8s on the AC-10. God. Well, something hit. We did manage to snag an LRM-10 hit rolling for clusters. We just get 1 location. Whoops. That is a right arm. All right, so now the Capellan Chargers firing back. So time to start with the Jenner?
Yeah, Jenner needs 9s.
Against the Centurion. Here we go.
3 mediums. Not even close.
All
okay.
Right. Do you want to just move on to...
Yep.
What do you want? Archer?
I need 6s with the Archer.
Good shot.
2 1s in a row. Okay. It's not helpful. And then he needs 7s.
7s for the catapult. 30 LRMs. Here we go. All right.
Unbelievable. It's like reversed.
So, yeah, it's reversed, exactly. Seems like that's how this game is going to go. But 2 clusters land, 10 damage on the Centurion. All right. CT and left torso. All right, damage recap at the end of turn 3. So that ZEUS made it out unharmed this round, thankfully. That Centurion took a little bit of damage to the center and left torso, built up a couple of points of heat. The Clint, no damage, but the heat meter's creeping up to 3 points. The first Jenner lost an arm, damage bled into the right torso, triggered 3 critical hits, destroyed both jump jets, hit that SRM-4 ammo, chain reaction, took out the CT, that pilot ejected, that mech is destroyed. The second Jenner got whacked pretty good on that right arm, triggering another critical there, ended up with a frozen shoulder actuator, so that's going to impose a little bit of a penalty on those medium lasers later in the game. All right, here we are, turn 4, initiative. 7, 9. All right, so the Chargers get it. All right, so movement recap. Atrean Knights lost initiative, had to make the first move. So that Clint came out from behind the cargo containers there, just sort of flashing across the middle. Centurion moving out, likely torso twisting, putting some fire down on those central mechs. The ZEUS emerged from the woods feeling brave again, and the Orion feels confident now to sort of put a pincer on that center. Hopefully that Jenner does not go for that objective. Tom, what do you got on your side? What happened here?
Same thing, I got to get my fire support up the mountain. It's just all I have to do.
Yep.
Otherwise there's too much cover. And the Jenner, again, had no real good moves, so I just straight.
All right, so here we are in the shooting phase. So declarations are as follows. The Atrean Knights priming up the catapult. The Orion, it's going to shoot down. It's got basically full alpha strike, AC-10, LRM-10, 2 mediums and an SRM-4. ZEUS doing the best he can here. PPC, LRM-15, 1 medium laser. Centurion needs to cool off just a bit, so LRM-10, AC-10, Clint, AC-2, large laser. So everything going down at that catapult. What about you, Tom?
Everybody's firing at the Orion.
Okay.
I have 3 mediums from the Jenner, and then a full LRM load from the heavies.
And that Jenner looks like he is in that left side arc. That's going to be 70 LRMs flying in at that Orion. We'll see if that armor holds. All right, so do you want to start or shall I?
I think you're up first again, right?
Seems reasonable to me. So let's start with the Clint. Clint is going to need 7s all around on both the AC-2 and the large laser. So let's roll this up and see what we can get. All right, so just the AC-2 hits. Unfortunate. 11. All right, so that is a left arm. All right, Centurion next. He needs 6s. He's at medium range with both weapons. So hopefully we can get a good salvo here. Oh, son of a gun. All right, nothing doing there. Pulled the shot wide. Let's move right on to the ZEUS. So he needs 7s on the PPC and the LRM, and then a 10. I'm sorry, 8s and 10s. 8s on the PPC and the LRM, 10s on the medium laser. Again,
these yellow dice, man.
The pilot die not coming through tonight. And lastly, now the Orion needing 6s and 8s. Here we go. And there's all the 6s. They were hiding there. All right, so everything hits. Let's roll up clusters. So we need 4 for the SRMs and 2 for the LRMs. The bigger black dice are going to represent the LRMs. We're looking for 3 or better for the clusters. So a couple things miss here. All right, rolling up locations. Can I just get all 6s again? Let's see what happens.
1s or 6s, that's basically... Seems, yeah, look at
that. Wow. All right, so let's figure this out. There is a headshot there. This one's going to transfer down by the chain fire, or I'm sorry, the group fire rolls down to the CT. And so we've got quite a smattering to the CT.
Yeah, I'll start with the catapult.
All right.
Catapult needs 7s, I believe. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep.
All right.
Nothing. Okay.
Let's just say maybe it's a heavy fog type of day because there are just so many misses happening.
And then the Orion...
the Archer into the Orion?
The Archer needs,
6s, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So he is a little bit of a better pilot than that catapult. All right, so...
Everything.
That's 40 potential LRMs. Let's roll up those clusters.
We'll do 4 at a time, right?
Yeah, sounds good. Oh, man.
Unreal.
All right, so 3 total hit, 15 points of damage coming to the Orion. All right, so some torso And yeah, straight across the torso, right, center, and left. All right, Jenner firing across the board at the back of the Orion. He's actually in the left side arc, to be precise.
9s, nothing. Can't. Oh,
Got one. SRM.
And that's an SRM 4, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, SRM 4.
All right. 4 clusters coming up.
Everything.
Everything.
Well, of course.
All right. Of course, on the Jenner there. Yeah. So let's come around here. Let's see what we get for location. Now this is so close to the floating critical. Nice tight clustering. All right. So left side arc. Double check that. It's left leg is going to take 6. Left arm takes 2. So not a bad salvo from the Jenner. Couple of piloting checks this turn. Orion suffered 20 points of damage. Did okay, still on its feet. The catapult, however, snake eyes, though the pilot did retain consciousness. So we need to do a few things here.
It can still take
could potentially fall and take more damage. That's right. So let's roll that up first to see if the pilot takes damage. So it's just going to be a 5 or better, and you're good to go there. Or 6 or better. What's the piloting? 4. All right, so this guy's good. And now we roll 1d6, 4. That's straight backwards. I'll roll up the location here. All right, so it's going to be CT is taking 5 in the rear, and an additional 2 points going to the left arm. All right, turn 4 damage recap. Lot has happened here. ZEUS just built up a little bit of heat. The Orion took some damage, splashed across the torso on the left side. Did build up enough heat, though, to take a movement penalty, starting to slow down a little bit after that alpha strike. Centurion still in decent shape, let off a point of heat, and the Clint is just running flat. All right, so Tom, let's talk about your forces here.
Yeah, Jenner came out unscathed. The catapult took some headshots and pretty heavy damage to his left arm. That's about it.
Yep.
So, yep.
Not too bad. All right, so that pilot is still conscious. The mech did fall over, but still alive. All right, moving on to turn 5. Turn 5 initiative, here we go. All right, end of the movement phase. So some shenanigans happening over here. That Jenner is in suspicious position. So the Orion took a few steps back, just trying to keep that Jenner contained. The ZEUS pushed forward pretty hard, trying to, compensate for that sensor hit there. Centurion did the same. Clint, again, still cutting right across the midfield. So, Tom, what have you got going on?
Yeah, so I stood my catapult up. Didn't have any real good moves for him. And then I walked the archer back a bit.
Yep.
There's no benefit to him being that close. And the Jenner ran to feint towards an objective to see if it would draw you in a way.
Well, we'll see what happens.
We'll see if you fall for it.
All right, so here we go. Shooting. Basically what we've got is Orion here blasting down at the Jenner. The remaining 3 mechs on the Atrean Knights focus firing on that catapult still, seeing what kind of damage we can do. Tom?
Still going after the Orion.
All right.
Hoping to crack the armor this time.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens with that Jenner. So that Jenner scanned the target, but until Tom reveals his hand, we don't know if that's the legitimate target or not. But we're going to have to do something about that Jenner for sure. All right, so why don't I start out shooting? Speaking of that Jenner, I'm going to start with the Orion. The Orion needs 7s to hit. We're doing an LRM 10 and the autocannon 10 down at that Jenner. All right, so everything hits. So we'll roll for clusters. Right, so that's going to be 20 damage on the Jenner. That will force a piloting check, which could be critical. All right, and here we go for damage location. So nothing too phenomenal. Got a little bit on the leg, a little bit on the arm, and big hit on the left torso. All right, so the ZEUS firing down at the catapult needs 5s with the PPC, 6s with the medium laser. That LRM-15 is within minimum range, so I'm going to need a 7 there. So 5, 6s, and 7s. Here we go. Ugly as ever. So just one medium laser out of that bunch. That is just heartbreaking. And that's going to be left arm. All right, so here we are. That Centurion only needs 3s and 4s to hit that catapult. Catapult does not have a target mod because it was on its butt at the beginning of the movement phase. So looking for 3s and 4s. If I miss this, I'm quitting. Thank God. All right, so rolling up clusters here. Just one. All right, and let's see what we got for location. All right, so a lot on the left leg and decent shot on the left torso. All right, Clint, last mech out of the Atrean Knights, needs 4s and 5s to hit. All right, everything hits, location. All right, so ugly right arm, right leg.
So Catapult's going to fire first against the Orion, needs a 5.
All right, here we go.
Gets it.
Boom.
So I need do 4 at a time, right?
Yeah, 3 15s, yep.
3 at a time. Okay, 2 clusters on that one. 2 clusters, so 4 total. Okay.
Oh, I see a lot of CT in there. A little bit of, yeah, leg and left torso as well.
And last is the Archer. Needs a 6 on his 1 LRM-20 shot. So
Lands it.
let's hope for big.
I'm getting like PTSD. Okay. Reminds me of the old Mech Warrior days, just LRM sailing in at your face.
Okay. Okay, no,
splash. Yeah, a little left arm, a little left leg, a little left torso. All right, so damage recap at the end of turn 5, the ZEUS. Still surviving with that sensor hit, built up a bunch of heat, keeps whiffing, really having trouble hitting now. The Orion took a ton of damage, made its piloting checks, damage splashed across the left and center. Left side's looking pretty rough actually, and did dissipate all of its heat. Centurion and Clint, no change to either of those mechs. Centurion did build up a point of heat, nothing substantial. Clint still running flat.
So starting with the Catapult, he again took the brunt of the damage, but he's okay. You know, a couple crits, but no confirms, so he survived. Archer's skating through on like a boss, man.
Like a boss, just green across the board.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Except for he's the one that builds up all the heat when you try to fire his weapons. So you know,
that's true.
So I've been having to manage his heat.
And where is he at? The 3 points?
Yeah, he's at the 3.
Yeah, all
I
right.
just bled some off. And then the Jenner is okay. I mean, they're paper, you know. So took good shot.
Yeah, took a couple of internal hits.
Yeah.
But nothing
crits,
landed.
so,
No actual confirmations. Turn 6 initiative. 3 turns left.
Close.
To get to the objective marker. So Atrean Knights will move first. That will be a boon, as this is going to be a critical turn. Here we are, turn 6 movement recap. Stakes are high. That Jenner taking off down the sideline.
Bat out of hell.
Like a bat out of hell with potentially critical data on its recon cam. The Orion moved to intercept, moving recklessly down the hill, making all the piloting checks. The Clint blazing across the field as fast as its little legs will take it. Hopefully is in range, definitely in range of the AC-2. We'll see about the large laser. The ZEUS making an aggressive move into the right side of the catapult, clearly looking for a nice kick shot. Centurion as well, backing up a little bit, trying to probably put some fire on that catapult. We'll see. Tom, what do you got?
Yeah, so same. So the Catapult ran up, trying to get down to the center of the board, mess up the line a little bit. The Archer moved forward as well, get better firing arcs, and the Jenner, again, bat out of hell, running up the edge, trying to get distance.
Well, this is going to be interesting because if that Jenner does have the recon data, I think if it survives this turn, I'm absolutely going to have to pull my forces off regardless.
Some rear shots.
Yeah, so we're going to see. All right, shooting phase. Capellan Chargers going first. Tom?
Yeah, so the Archer is going to fire into the back of the Clint. Is that who that is?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The poor Clint.
Yeah, so hoping for a rear shot, 2 LRMs and a medium laser. I need 6s.
Wow,
only one. That was a waste.
Well, Oh yeah, look at that. Would you believe it? All right, so clusters on the 1 LRM 20.
Yeah. Well, let's hope they all hit. Then I'll make up for the everything else missing. And the heat I built up. Of course not. Get 2. Wait, oh, I need a 1.
You missed, yeah, just roll one more in there. There it is, all right. And we could just call it a misfire.
It actually just blew up in my face, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Okay.
God. All right, so that's all, lots of leg.
Do you know what the dice was?
Yeah, it was a 5.
It was a 5, okay.
No, it was a 3, I'm sorry. So it was nines on the, yeah, that's it.
8s
So
and 9s.
left torso and left leg. All right, back with the catapult.
Yeah, so the catapult's firing into the Orion. He needs 7s.
Clint or Orion?
The Orion.
Orion, okay, gotcha.
Hoping to split up that fire a little
Yeah,
bit.
gotta give that fleeing Jenner some cover, or not. It seems to be boom or bust for the night. Now we'll move on to the Atrean Knights. All right, so we're back. Atrean Knights are up. We'll start with that ZEUS. Firing a large laser, 2 mediums at literal point blank. Still need 7s to hit, courtesy of the sensor damage. That's a good shot. So everything hits. Again, boom or bust. It's like 1s or 6s all night. Rolling for location. We're actually in the left side arc here. So really, this is actually center torso is going to take 8. The right arm, and then the 5 is the left arm. So 2 arm hits and the CT. All right, so now that catapult is getting targeted by the Centurion. Just needs 4s, except for the LRM, which requires a 6 due to the minimum range. So here we go. There we go. Looks like a good hit. So we got to roll up the clusters here. All right, looks like 2 hits. So that's going to be a full house. It's going to be 25 damage against the catapult, plus what the ZEUS dealt. And there's our location. So this is head on. So we've got a little CT, and it looks like a lot of right arm. All right, so that Clint, going to try to snipe that Jenner. I need 9s and 11s. Here we go. Nothing doing. All right, and now the Orion, a little bit better. Needs 8s and 9s. 8s on the LRM, 9s on the AC-10. Oh, just when we needed it the most. All right, here we go. Looking for clusters. That's going to be 20 points of damage. So Ryan could get the gold star. That is 10 points of damage to the head, which I think
Yeah, he's done.
is an instant kill because the Jenner only has 7 on the head, right?
No, he has 10. It's exactly 10.
Exactly 10. 7 on the external, I meant. Unbelievable. All right. Well, we'll do a full damage recap of the turn in just a minute. Turn 6 damage recap. The Clint took a little bit of damage internally to that left leg. No critical hits triggered.
Yeah, so the catapult took some hits, lost his arm, took 2 center torso crits, lost a gyro and a laser. But he did what he was supposed to. And then the archer, again, unscathed, but building up so much heat, didn't really pay off for him. And then the Jenner took a headshot and got blown to smithereens.
That is damage for turn 6. We are conceding here. The Capellan Chargers withdrawing from the field. Both of their fast mechs have been downed. Lucky headshot. Orion definitely the superstar of the game there. Staying in its zone, keeping that Jenner under control. Tom, that was the objective, was it not?
Yep. Yeah,
that was the one. Well, you did a good job because honestly I wasn't sure. I thought you were feinting with that Jenner the whole time, but I didn't want to risk it. I thought you were going for that center objective with the heavies. So we'll do our after-action report coming up in just a bit. But great game.
Yeah, man, it was down to the... I really thought I would eke it out.
All right, well, stay tuned, guys. Here comes our after-action report. All right, so we're done. 7,500 point game
In the books.
in the books. It was close.
In the canon of history.
That's right. That's right. The Capellan Chargers almost pulled it off. Lots of trickery, as I expected from you, Tom. You had the Jenners going in 2 different directions. I really had written that one on the flank off for like 2 turns. I pulled the Orion off of it. I mean, I kept the Orion close because I know your command style, your subterfuge. But yeah, I just I got that lucky headshot, and that was it.
Yeah. The tactics on the game sort of went where I wanted them to.
Yep.
For my guys, however, it didn't pay off because I wasn't able to do any fire control. Like I didn't apply any damage in my shooting, which just it left me, I couldn't control anything.
And you
were able to just keep moving.
And it was very like staccato, like you would blast me on a turn, and then it would be the next turn you would miss everything, and then you would blast me, and then you would miss everything, and it was very easy for me to reposition the damaged mechs, out of the fight, and put the fresh ones in.
The mech I did any damage on was the first salvo.
Yeah, the head hit. Oh god,
that was about it. The rest.
I thought the game was over.
I barely dented the armor on the Orion.
Well, it was pretty scratched up. I mean,
I shot how many hundreds of LRMs at it. That's what you got to think.
That's true. That's true. And
every risk I took with the heat buildup did not pay off, and that was the problem. So I can't follow it up the next turn because the Archer is so heat inefficient. And as we were talking about in the game, the problem with the Archer, the main problem is that there's no in between. If you add any extra weapon, you build up heat from it because it's right on the border.
It's true. Right, you have to alternate, like one LRM-20, then both, and one, then both. Otherwise,
or one LRM, otherwise you're building up like 4 heat, which is unsustainable over 2 turns.
Yeah, right, because you're taking that firing modifier,
which just kills. And then if you don't move, then you're getting just hammered.
You just get hammered, right?
Yeah, the catapult.
Great mech, just missed a lot.
Yeah, he just missed a lot of shots. However, he survived, and at the end when I was trying to sort of keep the diversion going, I just ran him straight in. Total sacrifice play. Figuring either you'd peel some mechs off to deal with him, or you'd get some lucky rear arc shots. Yeah, he got a rear arc shot off, but didn't even hit. So,
crit the leg, but nothing really worth writing home about.
Yeah. And then the Jenners were a poor choice, I think, in hindsight. I was thinking of the other variant that's stupid expensive when I was thinking about their armor profile and everything.
Yeah, the 4 medium laser, K, I believe.
Yeah, they're fast enough, and I didn't care about the weapons on them, and I should have probably picked a different mech. Yeah. Because the problem, and again, as we were talking about in the game, you realize that the armor on the Jenner is only 3 pips.
Yeah, so 4, but it just...
So almost every weapon is going to get a crit every time.
Every time, yeah.
It's a very poorly designed mech, in my opinion.
Yeah, the armor is pretty bad.
If I would have thought through the game a little bit more when we were planning this out, I might have modified him.
Yeah.
Because he gave me the option to, and I was like, play it as it lies.
Yeah, right. So, just run with it.
Which is fine. Yeah. So at the end, I think my idea was to sort of try to get board control in the center with the heavier mechs that have a lot of range. So even if Aaron did figure it out and pull off to the side, I could still rain some LRMs on them. Poor targeting.
Yeah. And that happens.
Yeah. But it was fun. It was like kind of on the edge of my seat, It
was a great game.
Because then as soon as he figured out where I was going, like everybody would just hammer the Jenner.
Descend.
But the Archer completely unscathed. He was not a juicy target. Even though he was my leader and he had the best piloting. Yeah. All my other guys were 2s. I don't think that really played a big role. We sort of force balanced, and you took some better piloting. Yeah. And my slightly worse piloting, but for the most part,
1s, 2s. I mean, it's all.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered. Yeah. I mean, I was missing by 5.
Huge margins. Yeah, exactly.
There was no. I should have had the better piloting. So.
Yeah,
and same with you. And
it's true.
You took the sensor hit, which knocked out the benefit of
his great pilot, his gunnery rather.
Well, or maybe it paid off because it kept him in the fight even with the sensor hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he got some good hits.
Oh god, I mean, if you rolled a 3, that's it. The mech would have been destroyed. It would have changed the entire course of the game. I mean, the Archer's a very expensive mech. 14. I think it's almost 1500 BV maybe or something like that, and with the percent bump up for the piloting and the gunnery, you could have upgunned those Jenners and maybe taken a solid like a Merlin or something like a solid 60 tonner or even a Crab, your favorite. Yeah. Like a good mid-size brawler, tough mech, right? Yeah. Something to kind of get in there and distract. Yeah.
Yeah, and with the Jack, what I was thinking was that the Jenners would be fast enough to keep him on his toes. And I think I could have gotten an even faster mech if I would have sacrificed some of the firing. I mean, those Jenners have, 4 medium lasers?
Yeah.
Which, when you're trying to make them be your
can't
darters,
build up
what's
it's
the point?
It's a great point.
And what's the point? You know, I'm trying to get mods. I'm trying to keep them alive. So.
Yeah, get that targeting mod up, yeah.
But this is cool. I think this was the first time we played a recon mission.
It was, and it turned out it was good. It was a ton of fun.
But different tactics than
maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Different tactics than I expected. So
yeah, I was pretty happy with the way the Lance performed overall on my side. I think the Clint did its job, just kind of harassing, putting some long range fire down. The Centurion's always a great sort of, just middle of the road, cheap meat.
Yeah.
The ZEUS, so that had a little modification to it. That forward-mounted medium laser always comes in handy because when I was at point blank, I couldn't use the PPC because the sensors, with the sensor hit, I could not afford any minimum range penalties. So that second medium laser really helped out.
Yeah. Medium lasers have good punch.
Great punch. I mean, it's arguably the best bang for buck weapon in the game.
Except when you splash everywhere.
Yeah, right. When you fire a bunch and they kind of go everywhere. And then, the Orion, so that actually worked out really well. So I downgraded to an LRM-10 and basically added heat sinks. Yeah. And the Orion, did spike up to 5 heat, but I fired its 2 long-range weapons and it bled everything off the following turn. So I think
I noticed that. I was like, where did all that heat go? And
right.
There you go.
So, I mean, and like you were saying in the game with the Archer, just a couple of heat sinks can make a world of difference for the efficiency of the mech.
Yeah.
So
the Archer needs 2 more heat sinks,
at least.
think.
Yeah.
And
ditch those rear mediums, maybe.
Yeah, because with 2, you'd still build up heat, but it would be manageable. Yeah. Like you could do it 2 turns in a row.
2 or 3
keep the pressure on. Get into a movement penalty, but not the firing penalty. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Some things to think about.
It's true. True.
The board design, you did that. So I'll comment on from the attacker position. This was probably a level 4 difficulty for an attacker. And totally fun. I'm not hitting on it. Like going uphill.
It's true.
You had cover.
I didn't make it easy for you.
And you placed the objectives really well.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you left one down in the bottom. Nice and open. That was an easy gimme. I had to pick it. The other ones, there was too much. I mean, the one in the woods I had some ideas for that one.
Yeah.
But moving through woods just takes so much time that everybody could have fallen on my necks trying to get in and out of there. So,
I was thinking also deployment while you were talking, and you had your guys very tightly deployed.
Yeah, and that didn't see. Yeah. And if I realized how weak the Jenners were, I would have kept them tighter with my heavies and slowed them down and just dealt with it as a steamroller and just deal with it and let them take the damage.
Makes sense.
And then hope that I took one of your mechs out, 2 mechs, then dart them for it and pull them back.
Yeah.
Just keep raining LRMs. My thought was that they'd be more survivable, so I was going to split them, let one of them get blown up by being really aggressive with them.
Yeah. Drawing the fire.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which was working until he actually
Capellan strategy. Kamikaze. I love it.
Yeah. It was a ton of fun, and the board was really fun and dynamic. The slower moving mechs trying to get him up a hill hard. There was some difficult terrain that I could play some fake outs with the Jenner. I have to move around the side because it's too difficult. So
it was good. It was good. Yeah, it was a fun game. Well, guys, listen, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this battle report. I
enjoyed this battle report.
I did too. Don't forget to subscribe. Give us a like. And don't forget to check out our website, DFAWargaming.com. We have some pretty cool analytics around the mechs and their capabilities, and more of those go up.
Which I probably need to reread because everything I've learned I've forgotten.
Good times. Well, again, guys, thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for more.
See you next time.